by the left. It was black people dealing with being aware of their circumstances, being aware of what was going around, and then it became.
But that's what screwed it up. Then that's what screwed it up. It wasn't.
Right.
Look, Bill Maher is taking a position that a lot of Americans, not MAGA people, but a lot of people think it has just gone ridiculously too far.
No. What first? Like, it's so confusing. Like, whatever that guy's name is, right there. Shut up. Be quiet. You have no idea what you are talking about. So, to be honest, this is why I hate politics. Because it is weird that we're in 2025. It's been about maybe 6, 7, 8 years, and we're still talking about created boogeymans by the Republican Party. First off, remember when critical race theory, remember when CRT was such a big phenomenon that, CRT is going to brainwash your kids and make white people hate black people and black people hate white people? Do you remember that? Still is woke is, for some reason, anything that is too extreme for whoever, they just throw it under wokeness. And now it's DEI, means for some reason black and brown people are not qualified for whatever position that they're in. And for whatever reason, people are still talking about these created boogeymans as if this is a real issue for Americans. This is, at least for me, this is not even a top 10. Job quality, affordable education, healthcare. I mean, like, can we tackle the main issues before we start talking about wokeness and whatever that means to you? It's not even a real thing. And let me show you this. Let's go ahead and switch to this here. Before we get to DL Hughley, this is Christopher Rufo. And I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm still trying to get over this cold, so just bear with me. Christopher Rufo, if you don't know who he is, hey, there you go, right here. I don't know if you read that. Initially working as a documentary filmmaker, Rufo directed several films for PBS, including America Lost, which explores the decline of American cities. That should give you a hint right there. He transitioned into activism and policy research, focusing on CRT and DEI. Rufo gained national attention in 2020 after appearing on Tucker Carlson Tonight, where he discussed CRT and federal agencies. That's who he is. He is a prominent individual in the Republican Party. And this is what he said in 2021. He said, "We have successfully frozen their brand, critical race theory, into the public conversation and are steadily driving up negative perceptions. We will eventually turn it toxic as we put all of the various cultural insanities under that category, under that brand category." Need I say more? This is a made up boogeyman. You can trade critical race theory for DEI, trade it in for wokeness. He goes on to say, the goal is to have the public read something crazy in the newspaper, which who is reading newspapers in 2025, and immediately think critical race theory. Once again, substitute that for DEI, substitute it for wokeness. We have decodified the term and will recodify it to annex the entire range of cultural construction that are unpopular with Americans. Need I say more? This is why I hate politics. When you purposely try to, that's propaganda at its best. There you go. So now what we're going to do is listen to DL Hughley once again put a spanking on Bill Maher and idiots who want to continue to act like wokeness is such a problem that you agree with Donald Trump and what he's trying to do to fix it. No, you can't fix a pretend problem. You're gonna get real world destruction. That's what's gonna happen. It's like using a hammer to hit a pretend nail into the wall. What are you gonna do? Bang a hole into the wall. Now you got a hole in your wall. Now you got a bunch of holes in your wall because of pretend nails that only you can see. Hey, there you go. All right, let's listen.
About Trump, he's transactional. So I don't care what happens. If you go to Mar-a-Lago or you have dinner with him, he's going to get something out of it. He's not the kind of man who just does things for giggles and laughs. And Bill Maher is not this. Bill Maher's position on woke is virtually the same line as Trump. I think he's been a vociferous opponent of woke. I can't even differentiate some of the things that the administration has said about the woke phenomenon and he has. So I think they have a lot in common.
Bill Maher, I know, disagrees with a lot of what Donald Trump has said and done, and he's talked about that. He does agree with Donald Trump on the woke issue, and he said that woke was a good thing initially, taken way too far by the left wing of the Democratic Party.
Let's be clear.
So, but hold on. Let me just make my point. Why do you have to paint somebody as 100% wrong? You might agree with them on one thing or another. Why not say it? Because you have more credibility about the things you disagree with if you can say.
Okay, first off, I'm sorry to cut you off, DL, but that's such a elementary way to look at conversations. You can't clump all conversations into, well, if you say someone's 100% wrong in this, now you're just discrediting. No. We can take one issue at a time, okay? When it comes to wokeness, he is 100% wrong. That doesn't mean nothing about anything else. We're talking about whatever wokeness you want it to be. That's the first issue. Wokeness doesn't mean nothing. It means whatever you want it to be at this point. So when we're talking about Trump and Bill Maher and wokeness, they are 1,000% wrong. That's simple. So you can't, it's like he's trying to make it seem like, oh, he could be right about this, so you can say he's wrong about that. No, we're grown-ups, we're adults here. You're wrong about this. That's simple. But it's like he's trying to like, well, I mean, he's still right about, no, come on now. Stop trying to make insane people, trying to make them sane, trying to make them sound logical because he knows what today's date is. So, like, can we work with him a little bit? No. You cannot work with crazy people. You can't work with insane, hateful, bigoted, racist people. You can't compromise with people like that. You draw the line in the sand and that's it. And if they cross it, you keep it pushing. You don't compromise with people like that. But I digress. Let's continue.
Say that.
Woke is not making Harriet Tubman and black heroes disappear from
Well, no,
from history.
you're right. You're right.
And I think he spearheaded that. It's really his position on woke. See, it's easy for a lot of Americans to not take this personally because it's not their history that is being dismantled. It is not their resumes that is being questioned. I think he had a lot to do with that. I think that some of the things that he said is not discernibly different from what Trump said. So for me, if it were a single issue for me, it is that a lot of what he says sounds so much like Trump. I think if you're a single rich straight white guy, you don't have any kids, you got a lot of money, there is nothing that Trump can do or has done that affects you on the margin. So you get to be glib and you get to be neutral. Don't. So I'm not angry at him doing it. I just think that he has said some things I find terribly offensive. I think that he has been a spearhead and a speaker for the anti-woke mentality. And I resent the fact that woke was taken over by the left. It was black people dealing with being aware of their circumstances, being aware of what was going around, and then it became
But
a
that's what
dirty.
screwed it up then. That's what screwed it up. It wasn't, I mean, look,
Right.
Bill Maher
It
is
was
taking a position that a lot of Americans, not MAGA people, but a lot of people think it has just gone ridiculously too far.
No. What first? Like, it's so confusing. Like, whatever that guy's name is, right there. Shut up. Be quiet. You have no idea what you are talking about. Wokeness. D.L. Hughley told you where wokeness or being woke originated from. As I showed you before, the Republican Party literally hijacked that word and made it toxic on purpose. That's the only thing Republicans can run on is cultural issues. So if they don't have any cultural issues to run on, what are they going to do? Hey, there you go. They're going to create their own issues that they can run against. They're going to start the fires and claim to put it out so they can get some sort of brownie points. So no, once again, it's not hard to connect the dots. Use a little common sense to figure all this out. But okay, got you.
Is there any value, DL? Is there any value if you're Bill Maher and or anyone and you go and meet with the president? If you have an opportunity to actually say to him, listen, I think that what you're doing with X, Y, and Z is just wrong.
Stop it. We're talking about Donald Trump.
If you have the opportunity to say that, would you not take that opportunity?
Donald Trump didn't listen to.
He said, I mean, if you just got a chance to talk with him, I mean, like, can you just like maybe talk to him? Because maybe he hasn't heard anyone say what you're thinking. Donald Trump is in his high 70s. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's been in politics for 10, probably 15 years. I mean, he's been in politics, talking about politics way longer. Trust me, he done heard what DL has to say. I'm pretty sure he listens to, people talking about him. So it's not like DL is going to tell Donald Trump something he hasn't heard already. Trust me, especially the past 10 years, he done heard what DL has to say. But let's see what DL has to say.
His closest advisors. Donald Trump didn't listen to his closest advisors. He hasn't listened to experts in any field. So why on earth? I think that he is transactional in nature. I think that he doesn't do anything unless he gets something out of it. I resent that my history is being dismantled at the behest of men like Bill Maher, and I take it personally and seriously.
He is not dismantling black history.
All right, let's back that up. DL said that perfectly. He's not even listening to the adults in the room. That's why during his second administration, Trump is being a little bit smarter in putting people around him who are going to be yes men. Oh, yes, Donald Trump. Oh, you want to take over Greenland? Yes, Donald Trump. You want to just put tariffs on every single country on the earth? Yes, Donald Trump. Oh, you want to literally take people, citizens and immigrants from the United States and send them to a death prison in Venezuela? Yes, Donald Trump. Oh, you want to try to make Canada the 51st state? Yes, Donald Trump. That's all that is around Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not looking for constructive conversations. He's not trying to learn something and learn from other people's perspectives on whatever he's trying to pursue. No. Why would he need that? He didn't get voted because he's a great listener and a great conversational person. I just made up a word. There you go. You can have it. No. So why would he start now? So I hate well, I'm just going there just to have a conversation with them. You reach across the aisle, just talk to him. No, Donald Trump is 70 something years old. He is stuck in his racist, bigoted ways. There's no conversation that needs to be had. I don't know why we haven't figured that out by now.
The behest of men like Bill Maher, and I take it personally and seriously.
He is not dismantling black history. What Donald Trump is doing is not embraced by Bill Maher about scrubbing Harriet Tubman or Jackie Robinson.
The only way you could have, like, if you're Pete Hegseth and the debacle that happened, to insult black people and say the only white men belong in this, because what we are looking at right now is a whites only sign. Every time a black person or a woman or a gay person gets something, there are men who believe they only got it because of some set aside program. And I think Bill Maher was integral in amplifying that message. I do. I listen to him all the time. And it was always, even when he was talking to Don Lemon, there's no way in hell a black person, the only way you can be unqualified and do the things Pete Hegseth did is to be a white guy. You can only be an unqualified white guy. But if you see a black person in any position, you best believe that they're more than qualified. And men like that, Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Bill Maher to a great degree have amplified this narrative to the extent that everybody believes it.
Perfect. Could not have said it better myself. And just listening to DL, it gives me a little hope that there is hope out there. So one, just to wrap this up, we need to stop fighting these made up boogeymans and deal with the real issues that are commonly plaguing the common American. That's simple. But the more time that we're always fighting about wokeness and DEI, and I mean, I haven't heard nothing about critical race theory in a long time, but I'm pretty sure give it a little time, that'll come up soon enough. We need to stop getting sidetracked of these stupid side quests that produce nothing at the end of it. And then maybe, just maybe, we might be able, as Americans, to accomplish some great things for us. Not the billionaires, not the millionaires, just regular, common people like you and I, who have to wake up in the morning, put on your work boots. And yes, I do. I got actually a nice pair of work boots. But we need to make America, we need to make the government work for us, not them. They already got enough. Trust me, they do. They ain't gonna be stressing like you and me. That's what needs to be done. But we're constantly dealing with the same BS that produces nothing at the end of that conversation. And honestly, that's why I hate politics. That's why I changed my channel to why I hate politics, because it is stressful for no reason. We are stressing about these small conversation in politics that produce nothing at the end of the day. And that's why I hate it. But once again, guys, hey, how you doing? Thank you for watching. If you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or find me on Blue Sky so we can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.